Joining us now is Tennessee Senator Bill Hagerty. Senator, thanks for joining us. Really appreciate it on this Sunday.
Certainly.
Sure. So the majority of Americans are in support of the actual policies in this bill, but polling indicates they're opposed to the bill itself. Have Republicans done a good enough job in selling it to the public?
Well, before I say anything, I just want to say my heart goes out to the people in Texas that are still looking for loved ones. One of my good friends had 2 daughters at Camp Mystic. Thankfully, they're safe and alive, but my heart goes out to everybody. Thank you for covering this. And with respect to the American public and their perspective on the bill, the Democrats and their partisan allies in the media have been attacking this bill nonstop, even though they had not seen the final product yet. It has been under attack for weeks, if not months. Finally, we've got a bill put together that I think is going to do great things for the American public. Now, it's our job to get out and message properly, but when you think about it, the American public overwhelmingly support the fact that we're going to be rebuilding our military, our defense. We're going to be rebuilding our energy independence and onshoring energy here in America, making us dominant again. If you think about it from the perspective of the working man and woman, they're looking at about a $10,000 increase in take-home pay every year, thanks to the tax cuts that we impose. No tax on tips. Think about the benefits that people are going to see at the working class level are going to be enormous, and we're going to stimulate more capital investments, which will, again, beget more economic growth and more job opportunities for people here in America. Cutting out waste, fraud, and abuse, everybody's for that as well. It's interesting, the Democrats used to be for work requirements until the Republicans actually implemented them.
And these were all campaign promises by President Trump as well, Senator. But James Carville is convinced Democrats are going to be able to take back Congress because of this legislation. Watch.
We can all rally around this, and we can run on this single issue all the way to 2026. We're going to pick up more than 40 House seats, I can tell you. Political anthropologists are going to look back at this, and it's going to be called a mass extinction event, because there are a lot of them going to be extinct when people go to the polls voting for this, I promise you.
A mass extinction event. Your response, Senator?
From the same man that promised John Kerry would be president of the United States. Carville just keeps getting it wrong. And I think what we're going to see is the exact opposite. Again, when people see the benefits of this bill, when they see their take-home pay rising, when they see the economy moving again at the pace it was when we initially did this back in 2017, we're going to see American people enjoying winning again. Carville can't take that. They're going to continue to message down this path. The Democrats are disheveled. I can say that. But again, I think Carville is going to wind up with egg on his face yet again.
Senator, some of the pundits are saying that this bill isn't really all that beneficial, kind of claiming that the things like no tax on tips just isn't that big of a deal. Let's take a listen.
One of the things Trump talks about all the time is no taxes on tips. But when you actually look, how much is that? It's $32 billion, which in this kind of bill is peanuts. But it's theatrical, no tax on tips. So they're doing that, and there's some baby bonds for people who want to build up life savings. So these are not big programs, but they're talking points for Republicans.
What do you have to say about that?
You know, the interesting thing is all of these programs are aimed at improving the life of American citizens. If you think about what the Democrats passed through reconciliation that generated so much inflation that every American was crushed by, lower real wages. They don't seem to be apologizing for that. They missed the mark completely, subsidizing their pals in the green energy environment. But here we are actually doing things for American people that will help people in the middle class and the working class. And the Democrats are calling it peanuts. Again, it just shows how detached they are from reality. And that detachment has led, I think, to this complete dishevelment that we're seeing among the Democrats. And again, they just continue to promote these falsehoods. The media, of course, has been supporting them. But I think as the American public realize the truth of this, we're going to see a great year in 2026.
And Senator, let's touch on some of the big foreign policy news that will unfold next week. President Trump's, yes, thank you. President Trump's tariff deadline goes into effect on Wednesday, as you well know. So I wanted to get your thoughts on whether countries will change their trade policies by then. You know, how do you see this playing out?
Well, I absolutely do. I've actually been alongside President Trump. When I was ambassador to Japan, we negotiated 2 trade deals with Japan at a time that nobody thought they could get done. President Trump has proven himself as someone that understands this. He knows that America has been getting ripped off for years. It goes all the way back to World War II. We put in place very low tariff barriers. We did this to induce countries to trade with us, but we should have time limited it, Arthel. We should have put some sort of GDP per capita limit, because now these countries are just taking advantage of America. It's gone on for too long. It's time for them to shape up. It's time for them to step up. We've already seen UK, we've seen Vietnam, we've already seen parts of what's going on with China. I think we're going to see a number of deals come through here in the very near future. And for those that get the letters that are coming out very soon, they've got till the 1st of August to step up. But I can tell you, President Trump means business on this. And I think what we'll see is a much better and more improved trade environment, much more fair for American companies as a result.
Senator Hagerty, thanks for joining us so much.